Hey everybody. Hello. Happy, what is today? Wednesday? Happy Wednesday morning to everybody. Hope everybody is having a great day. It is a beautiful, sunshiny day here in Virginia. And I am happy to be alive. I'm happy that you are alive and well and healthy. Hello, Tina. How's it going? TNT in the house. So, my name is Tina Wafer, and I am your life enthusiast. I am the owner of a work in progress, and we have developed a program to help families come together and leverage their God-given gifts and talents. Come together to develop small businesses and become entrepreneurs. We are on a mission to turn employees into employers. Good morning, my beautiful daughter. How are you? Hope everybody is doing well. So, hey Shirley, how's it going? So I wanted to jump on for a few minutes this morning because I'm checking out my timeline, my Facebook timeline. And I am noticing that there are a lot of mad baby mamas out there. There are a lot of upset baby mamas out there. And I just have a word to share because I was a single mom for most of my children's lives. And I understand the frustration that some of you may be feeling. This is the season, because we have gotten through the Christmas holidays and, we may be feeling some of the financial burden of the money that we spent to make sure that our kids had a good holiday. And Valentine's Day is tomorrow. And sometimes you find yourself single and alone during that time. And, you see all around you people who appear to be in love, and some may be, but Facebook oftentimes gives you a false sense of reality. But people appear to be in love and happy, and it should be tax season, but because of the government shutdown and some other things that may have occurred, a lot of us are still waiting for those refunds, or still trying to get things together along those areas. So, we as women, when we are struggling, and oftentimes we do without to make sure that our children have what they need. Most of the time we do that. It can make you very resentful of the absent parent, especially because it'll oftentimes seem that they got away clean. They get to do what they want to do with their lives and their time, when the sacrifice to raise children should be made by both parents. And so the parent that's bearing the burden is going to feel some extra resentment around this time of the year. So what I would like to say to some of you moms, and also a word to the dads, I grew up without a father. I watched my brothers grow up without a father. And I understand the impact that absence has on you and how it affects you throughout your life. A father teaches a daughter her value. He is, in many ways, her first love. She, it's the first man that she gets a hug from. It's the first man that she gets a kiss from. It's the first man she hears "I love you" from. And so he teaches her her value. He teaches her what she is worth and what she should and should not accept from a mate. And so when a girl grows up without that, good morning, Shay. How are you, my love? When a girl grows up without that, then she often has to figure that out the hard way by dealing with some people who are unworthy of her. Some heartbreak, learning things the hard way. when our girls can avoid that if they just have their dads in their lives. And I know that, a lot of those dads may not deserve, because of their behavior, because of their not doing their part. I understand that we want to, not allow them to enjoy the good parts of our children's upbringings. It's like they don't deserve it. We don't want them to be able to reap the benefits when they are not putting out and making sacrifices the way we are. But we are doing a great deal of harm to our children by not allowing them to have the absent parent in their lives. We made that choice. We chose that mate. The children didn't. They had no say-so in it whatsoever. If you chose poorly, or if you were deceived or misled in any way to believe that the person you chose was one somebody and they turned out to be another somebody, that's a bullet that you're going to have to bite. That's a responsibility that you're going to have to accept. That you made a poor choice, but you're going to have to make the best of it for your children. That doesn't mean you have to remain in a relationship with that person, but it does mean that you should be able to co-parent, and that you should not bash the absent parent to the child, because that is a very, very hurtful thing. For boys, as a youth development professional, and the studying and the courses that I've taken and the training that I've done and received, all tell me that a boy, when he is growing up, he is his father. He can't separate the two. He can't separate your father is this way, but you are another way. If you tell him your dad is no good, in his mind, he's no good. If you tell him that his dad is worthless, or he's not a man, whatever you tell him about his dad, he will internalize that and believe that to be the same for himself. And our sons don't deserve that. They don't deserve that. They deserve to be able to see the good in their dad, because at one point we saw some good in him. And so that child deserves the same, to know that they came from someone who has some good in them. And so that's just another one of the many sacrifices that a single parent has to make. You have to not scar your children by bashing the absent parent on social media, or in front of the child, or to others who may repeat it to the child. It's just not fair to them. Trust and believe that whoever the absent parent really is, the person that they really are, your children will discover that on their own, in their own time. But in the meantime, I just want to encourage you to recognize the impact of how you speak about the absent parent to your children. Think about the impact of that. It does affect them. It does hurt them, whether they say so or not. Try to help your children see the good in their absent parent, even when it's difficult for you to see it. Keep your head up, ladies, gentlemen, single parents. Keep your head up. Know that your reward will be great. I got to tell you that I have now 5 grown children. My sons, they love me, you guys, more than any man ever could. They protect me like I am a piece of crystal, a fragile piece of crystal that will, and I remember feeling the same way about my mom, and protecting her feelings, and wanting to make sure that she was always okay. Your sons will do that for you. Your daughters will idolize and imitate you, and we don't have to bash each other. We just don't have to do it. in any aspect of life, but especially not to your child's parent. It's just not a healthy thing for the child. Go out of your way to remember what you once cared and loved about that person, and try to remind your children that they came from somewhere good and they came from a place of love, so that they can grow up knowing that they are valuable and that they have unlimited potential in this life. Allow them to discover who that absent parent is on their own, in their own time. But don't you be the person who they resent for choosing that type of person, to be their father or their mother. Don't let them look at you resentfully and saying, you made this choice, and then you come back and say all these horrible, horrible things about, my mom or my dad. So keep yourself clear in that matter, as far as if they find out that their parent is not all they're cracked up to be, they don't need to find it out from you, or they don't need to find it out in a harsh, hurtful type way. There's a time and a place to have those types of discussions with your children. And when they're small and unable to understand, they're just still trying to figure out who they are in this life. That's a horrible time to tell them that you came from a bad person. You know what I mean? So show your love. Dig deep, guys. It's just, like I said, it's just another one of those sacrifices we have to make for a bad decision that we may have made. It was our decision. It was not our children's decision. Don't bash your kid's father or mom on social media. Don't do it in front of them, and don't do it to others who may go back and repeat it. It's a horrible, horrible, hurtful thing, and it will come back to bite you later in life. Dads, do your part. Know that your children need you. That even if you're not getting along with mom, that you need to show respect, because the thing is that our kids, that old saying of don't do what I do what I say do, that doesn't work. It doesn't work. Children are going to imitate their parents. So gentlemen, if you are calling your girl or your ex-girl, baby mama or whatever, you're calling her harsh names in front of the children, your boys are going to learn that that is the way to treat a woman. Your girls are going to learn that that is the way a woman should be treated. And none of that is the case. And I know that's not the lesson that you're trying to teach. We have to rise above our own personal feelings and emotions when it comes to our children, because it's unfair to them to hear those types of things about their parents. And it's not something they get over easily. So once again, speaking from the voice of not only someone who grew up as a single in a single parent household without her dad, and as a woman who raised her children as a single parent mom where there was absent father, and also as a youth development professional who has worked with many children who have been scarred because of the absence of their parents, I am telling you that you are going to have to make the sacrifice and learn how to show love in your co-parenting, and how to not make your children feel like they came from a horrible place. Okay? That's my word for the day. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. I hope that you love on yourself for Valentine's Day more than you expect for somebody else to do so, because, we have to make sure that we're good regardless to whether we're with someone or not. All right? Have a wonderful day once again. I love you guys. Peace out.